Hello everyone, I'm Father Enrique Salvo, Rector of St. Patrick's Cathedral. Today we're going to be talking about sacramentals. Sacramentals are signs of our faith that remind us of the sacraments themselves. And of course, nothing is more powerful when it comes to God giving us grace than the sacraments, beginning with the Eucharist, but also all the other sacraments that we receive throughout our lives. But sacramentals are there to help us remember that the sacraments have already given the grace that we need into our soul and into our life so that we can have this beautiful relationship with God that we are invited to. So sacramentals can include, of course, the crucifix, spiritual art, religious art and images, medals that we wear, the scapular, the cross that we wear. There are rosary elements like holy water, holy oil, salt. So many of these things are not sacraments themselves, but they are sources of God's blessing and grace. And it's something that we need wherever we go in our lives. So let's think about the church. In the church, in every church in the world, there are many sacramentals. First of all, there is always the holy water font when we come in, which is a reminder that we bless ourselves with the holy water, remembering our baptism, and that we come into the church as baptized sons and daughters of God into our home with Him, which is the church, and to come into His presence. And we ask Him also to cleanse us from anything that needs to be cleansed and renewed so that we are properly disposed to come into His spiritual house, the church. We have the images of the saints and our Blessed Mother, the crucifix, which we know that many people, many including of our Protestant brothers and sisters, sometimes critique that. But in actuality, they're just reminders of what's happening in the church. So we often say that the images, the statues are like reminders of, say, the same way that we would have someone that we love's picture, the picture of our children, the picture of our parents, our grandparents, our friends, and we have them in our home as a way to honor our home, and wherever we look, we remember what we have. It's that, but so much more in the church, is because it reminds us that in that church, during the Mass that is celebrated, all of these images that we see, they're really going to be there. Our Blessed Mother really is going to be in the church. Saint Joseph is going to be in the church. All the angels and saints are going to be in the church, with Jesus Christ in the Eucharist in every Mass celebrated in every church of the world. So when we see these beautiful images, even if they're simple, it's a reminder that there is much more going on that we cannot see, but that we have faith that is there through these sacramentals, like is sacred art. Then, of course, our person, wherever we go, we are children of God and we are baptized Catholics, and therefore it's beautiful that we can rely on things like the medals and the crosses that we wear. It's a reminder of who we are. It's in the same way that, for example, a person that gets married, they wear their ring, and it's a reminder of who they are in the commitment they've made. We remember that we have committed to serve God, but we're also beloved by Him. We have the rosary, which is always a weapon of love that we carry in our person, that, of course, to pray with it, but also to remember that in any moment, we might even be in a moment of danger, a moment of fear, and we can grab on the rosary, and even if it's just some beads right now, it's a reminder, much more importantly, that our Lord and our Blessed Mother are there with us in every situation. And then, of course, very importantly, is to have these sacramentals in our homes, especially when we are raising a family, because the sacramentals that we have, for example, the crucifix, the images of the saints that we have in our homes, that decorate our homes, but more importantly, remind us that our home is a place of God, are visible reminders of what our home should be, as St. John Paul II calls it, the domestic church. It's the place that we put into practice the grace that we receive from the sacraments. It's a place that we learn how to love, where we learn how to pray, where we learn how to basically truly live as Christians in our daily lives, which is where it really counts the most. And therefore, it's very important to have sacramentals in our homes. Sometimes I get a bit sad when I go to these beautiful houses of young families, and of course, the families may be filled with so much love and everything, but maybe because of whatever reason or another, there is not even one sign of the faith up visibly in the home. And it's a shame for that, because it's so important, especially for children, to see that. It's something that all of us that grew up with that were very marked by the sacramentals in our homes, and we all have these beautiful memories of them that made us the Catholics that we are. So let us remember that sacramentals have always been and always will be such a beautiful sign of God's love in our daily lives. It's a reminder of the sacrament, and it's just one more gift of God and the beautiful realities of what it means to live as baptized sons and daughters of His. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. We hope that you're enjoying not only today's episode, but this whole journey, this spiritual journey that we're producing here at St. Patrick's Cathedral. Please know that we are very grateful for you to tune in. We ask you always to subscribe, to leave us comments. We really care about what you have to say, any suggestions that you may have, even new ideas for future topics. We're so interested and always love hearing from you. And please share with all of your loved ones. God bless you.